Okay, I'm here with Derrick. Derrick, it is so good to see you. I miss you, brother. Man,
It's good to see you too.
yeah. So Derrick's part of Solano. Derrick, how long have you been a part of Solano Community Church?
I believe I started sometime in 2016, so 4 years
Yeah,
now. Yeah.
yeah, it's been good. And it's been so great to have you with us. And as part of our effort to just kind of build some community and see what people are doing, I wanted to reach out to you and ask you some questions about how you're moving through the pandemic and everything else that's going on. So let's just dive right in. You know, you have a unique calling in terms of your work. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do?
So I currently work as a registered nurse at Altabate Summit Medical Center in downtown Oakland. I work on a cardiac unit, but when this whole pandemic started, our hospital, stopped doing a lot of its non-emergency type procedures so that we could handle the influx of COVID patients. And even now, as we've restarted a lot of our normal operations, we still continue to see and treat a lot of these COVID patients.
Wow, wow. So you really are right in the middle of it. What are some of the challenges that you're seeing in your work right now?
There's a lot of challenges, but definitely some of the ones that I face include dealing with the anxiety of facing a brand new disease, basically. We so little about it. Um, I also feel like we've gone through so much in terms of treating our patients, trying to keep ourselves, our coworkers, and our families safe. Um, it's also been really challenging working through, like PPE shortages and rationings and stuff like that. But I think the most sobering challenge that I've had to face is, learning that my coworkers are also contracting COVID. And it's absolutely heartbreaking when I find out that some of them have actually passed away from, fighting this disease.
Wow, wow. So we really need to be lifting you up in prayer on a regular basis. So yeah, I want to just remind everybody in our congregation to be praying for our healthcare workers. Derrick is one of them. We have many in our congregation, and you just get a sense of what you guys are actually facing on a regular basis. And we want to uphold you in prayer. We want you to share with us how we can be praying for you as well. So that goes for you, Derrick, and for all of our healthcare workers. In the midst of all the challenge and the difficulty, the suffering, the loss, have there been, rays of light that have come through, blessings that you've seen? Tell us if there's some of those that fit in that category.
Oh yeah, definitely. So currently at our hospital, we don't allow visitors. So part of my job is being able to be a bridge between our patients and their families.
Wow.
And I get the blessing of being able to, set up FaceTimes and Zoom calls, much like what we're doing now, so that our patients can see and talk with their families. And being a part of that has, been a huge blessing for me because I get to see our patients' eyes light up, and I get to see the love that these families have for one another, which is truly amazing. And being able to experience these small interactions, I feel, is something that motivates me to, keep going to work each day.
Yeah, my goodness. Yeah, that's really powerful to be right in the middle of some of the most precious moments in a person's life and the most precious relationships. And to be an ambassador, to be, the hands and feet of Jesus in that moment, to try and love people through that. That's a huge calling. And I think I probably speak for all of us to say that, we're really grateful for you being there. Even if it doesn't directly impact us, if we're not the people receiving it, we're grateful for the work that you do, for the struggle that it is, for the effort, for the energy, all of that. Definitely. What have you been learning? How are you doing spiritually through this time? I imagine you're carrying a lot, probably some you don't even aren't conscious of.
Yeah.
How are you doing spiritually?
I think I'm doing well. I would be lying if I said that, I'm doing amazing. I think during this whole 6 months time, there's been a lot of ups and downs in terms of where I am spiritually, especially when we stopped having church services. That was something that really hit me and made me almost feel a little bit alone, because I really like, being able to go to church, being able to attend worship and just, feel the music, hear the music. And then of course the community that comes with, with being in church and being with, my friends and, people I interact with. So there's definitely been a lot of up and downs in terms of that. But I think, as we've gone along, I've learned to cope and to, really cling on to the relationships that I still have, the ones that I'm able to be in contact with, over like, text and FaceTime and just, over the internet, that kind of stuff. So it's been good. It's been good.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Good. Well, thanks for your honest sharing there. Yeah. It's got to be a pathway that includes some dark corners, some dark moments, and then some high highs and all of that. So we want to be lifting you up in prayers, as I said. Let me just get you, you can have the last word here. Okay. So you've seen, life and death right now. You're kind of in the middle of this, what encouragements do you have for us? I think this is part of what it means to be brothers and sisters in Christ, is we encourage one another. And a lot of times that comes out of the experience that we might be in. Is there some word that you might have for us as a congregation by way of encouragement in the faith?
I would say, with this time in the pandemic and everything, really just, I guess, cherish the relationships that you have and, really cherish the time that we get to spend with one another, our families, and if you're able to meet in like small groups and stuff like that, that's great, being able to be in each other's company and with social distancing, stuff like that. I think that's really great. And if you guys can keep doing that, I think that'll be really beneficial for, spiritual well-being, as well as, just overall, mental and physical and all that kind of stuff.
Great. Yeah. And I'm not sure when people are going to see this, but that's exactly what we're working on right now, recognizing what you're saying, just the importance of that, being present safely in each other's lives, as much as we can. So thanks for that, Derrick. Thank you for what you're doing. It's really good to see you. I can't wait to see you again in person.
Yeah.
And we're praying for you, brother. God bless.
Thank you. Thanks.